more white people died than were born in 2016. Data shows in 26 states, whites are dying faster than they're being born. Between 1999 and 2016, the number of white births fell by 10.8%. That stands at just over 2 million. Researchers suggest the reasons for this decrease are the Great Recession, a drop in fertility rates because people can't afford to have children, and a rise in mortality rates as most of the white population is aging and dying of natural causes while others are dying from drug overdoses. A demographer at the University of Texas at San Antonio and a co-author of the report says it seems that white people going under the 50% of the population mark might be happening a few years earlier than projected. Some of the states most affected by this shift are Oregon, California, Arizona, New Mexico, Florida, North and South Carolina, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Michigan. Researchers are predicting by the year 2045, whites could drop well below 50% of the population. While the white population is decreasing, the census says minority populations are steadily rising.
Let's stop here. The reporter is indicating that researchers have predicted in 2016 that by the year 2045, whites or the Caucasian race will be well under 50% of the U.S. population count. So it goes without saying, whites or the Caucasian race will become the minority of the U.S. population. This conversation is being quietly talked about amongst news reporters and bloggers or what have you. But this is actually essential to know because of what this means for our future's sake. Now, keep in mind that they're telling us their prediction of when the whites will become the minority here in the U.S. But what they are not telling us is their prediction of when the Caucasians will go extinct. Why do you think that's the case? Could it be because the public would be afraid of what the truth may tell us? Or is it due to an agenda that someone or somebody's may have in their mind? Or is that agenda already underway? What's interesting to note here is that in March 2015, the U.S. Census Bureau released their projections indicating that whites will become the new minority of the U.S. population in 5 years, which will be the year 2020. And can anybody recall any of the 2020 U.S. Census population count results being revealed to the public by any mainstream media news or whatever outlet during the year 2020, 2021, or even now in 2022? Remember when Brandon, or some of you may know him as Joe Biden, not long after he became the new president, warned, or some of you may take it as a threatened so-called African Americans that Europeans will be the minority by 2040.
I've been around doing this for a long, long time. I don't always get it right, but I always take responsibility. When I get it wrong, I acknowledge I got it wrong. But my overarching objective, if we cannot make significant progress on racial equity, this country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. Hear me? Minority white European.
Now, this meeting was conducted during the same census-taking year of 2020. And Joe Biden stated that by the year 2040, this country will become minority white European, which is 5 years earlier than what researchers predicted in 2016, meaning that it will happen faster than what they predicted. Or did it happen already? Is it now time to call us the majority of the U.S. population? Or have we always been the majority of the U.S. population? Because